So, first day covers, you're saying they're a little different.
In the US, when we collect first day covers, we have a specific city and specific date where you have to get the cancellation. In Malaysia, it's a bit different, where you can go to different post offices and still get the same Victoria postmark on the same date, but with different city names or town names or post office names. So it becomes a game of play, trying to find a concordant cancellation for the stamp and the cover. Hi, my name is Jiawen. I collect very many different things, but I'm here to talk about Malaysian first day cover collecting. I have two examples here. One is from when we launched in Malaysia. We launched our MRT line, our first mass rapid transit line. At that time, it went from Sungai Buloh to Kajang. As you can see, I have 5 postmarks here. I read people that they went and got as many as 10 postmarks. They didn't get a cover. I think maybe they got a blank sheet and pasted 10 stamps. They got 10 cancellations, but I have 5 here.
And it's all along the train line.
All along the train line. So Sungai Buloh is first day of issue and the date. So I went there, and then I went all the way to the other end, which is this one, Kajang. I did this one and it didn't turn out too well. On that day, we rarely do it, but once in a while they have special cancellations. The event was in part of Kajang. It was across the street from each other. I did not get it on that day, and they told me, hey, show up at the General Post Office tomorrow and we'll give it to you.
Oh, very
so
good.
Once in a while, they will hold, each post office will hold that cancellation for a few days. So you still have a bit of a chance. It's not a guarantee, but you have a chance to go there and get the cancellation you desire.
Kind of makes it a fun little game, doesn't it?
Yes.
And so I assume you took the train to each of these stations, right?
I did not take the same train the whole time.
Okay.
To get from where I was to Sungai Buloh, I had to take a different train.
Yeah.
After that, I took the same train the whole way. All right, so this is another first day cover. In Malaysia, we have 13 states and 9 royal families. Every 5 years, there is an election to be the king of the whole country, or the Yang di-Pertuan Agong of the whole country. But in practice, what happens is each state takes turns. So I have here a cover from the installation of His Majesty the 16th, Yang di-Pertuan Agong, for back in 2019. I put the stamps on there, and I decided to go with 3 different cancellations. Kuala Lumpur, which is the capital city where the installation took place. And then there's this one here, which is popular for when we have royal occasions, called Medan Tuanku. It's also in the city of Kuala Lumpur. So this is a popular one whenever there's a royal occasion. And as for the third one, I said, why the heck not? He's king of the whole country, I should get my hometown, even though it's in the same metro area. And last of all, I also got the autograph of the gentleman who designed the stamps.
Oh, it creates more opportunity to customize, doesn't it?
Also, when you collect postmarks, like I do, you want to travel. For example, this is no longer the king, so I'm going to refer to him as His Royal Highness. When he was king, he was also His Royal Highness the Sultan of Pahang, and would have been nice to go to the state of Pahang to get a cancellation from the state of Pahang or one of these. Say, for example, the capital of Kuantan or the royal town of Pekan. In Malaysia, sometimes the state capital is not where the palace is.
I think a lot of the viewers are going to be intrigued by the concept of chasing postmarks or creating their own curated postmarkings. I think this is a really neat practice, and I'm now more excited to now actually find more first day covers from Malaysia. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for being on the channel, and of course, please enjoy the rest of the show.
Same to you.
Terrific. Thanks. You just say whatever comes to mind, what country you think it is.
Let's see, International Post, 3 cents. Christmas, and these are 2025, you said.
All 2025.
I'll say Hungary.
Oh, penguins. Switzerland? Is that the States?
You want to say states?
Yeah.
Christmas Island.
Germany.
Ooh.
New Zealand.
Australia.
Whoa, you nailed it. That's a hard one.
Australia?
Wow, okay.
Australia.
Okay. This is Australia. Very clearly.
My name's Gary Lowe. I have a story to tell you. I've been collecting for a long time. I collect Gambia. That's the only country I collect. But I got involved in postal history, which means I seem to collect the world. I guess 3 years ago it was that I wrote a book review for the American Philatelist on the Stanley Gibbons specialized catalog of Queen Victoria, and this is all about the penny black. An entire volume indexing and cataloging the penny black. And I'd never owned a penny black before, but it convinced me that I should have at least one penny black in my collection. Fast forward to a year and a half ago at Thanksgiving, I'm wandering around a small town in Pennsylvania, and I walk into a taxidermy shop. That's a different story as to why I did that, but I walk into the taxidermy shop, and on the counter, he's got a book of ephemera. Open it up, flipping through, and I see a penny black. And not only do I see a penny black, but it's got my initials on it.
Yeah.
I knew I had to have it. So I acquired that penny black. And then this past January, I'm in the same town. And of course, I had to go to that taxidermy shop. So I stop in and I look at the book again. And there is the first stamp that Gambia issued. That stamp has been my icon all my life. So I also acquired that Gambia stamp. From this odd taxidermy shop, I've got these two very special stamps. Now, what's really unique about the penny black is not only did it have my initial, but because of the Stanley Gibbons catalog that I got to know really well, I recognized that this was a stamp from a plate that had never, ever been seen before.
Oh. What?
So last year at the Great American Stamp Show, I sat down with Bill Barrow, who's an acknowledged expert in the penny black. And I told him this same story I'm telling you now. So I showed it to him, and he agreed with me. He had never seen a stamp from that plate before. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, I know where it is. It's right here.
Oh. That is epic.
Bill had
Really?
never seen that plate before.
So what plate are we calling that?
I don't know that we've identified a plate number. I'm going to have to send it to the American Philatelic Society for expertising and see what they decide. And then, of course, Gambia is on this side.
There we go. And you're right, this is just such a beautiful stamp that just stands out.
Yes.
The icons are forever with you.
Yes. Yes, these are two stamps I never leave at home. That taxidermy shop
Yeah,
is a tattoo parlor.
there we
He
go.
has a unique business combination.
Oh, man. All right, so you got the penny black first, and then you went back for the
Yeah.
Gambia.
Yes. I'm researching this book called Fundamentals of Postal History, which is an epic 2-volume encyclopedic approach to how to do postal history.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing written
Quite like that. Oh.
on this subject.
Yeah.
I got a brand new website, philatelicresearch.org, and it's got all the articles I've ever published and columns and book reviews and all of that stuff. And it's got information about the book. So as I release a chapter, as I finish a chapter, I'm going to be posting summaries about it.
That is terrific to hear, Gary. I mean, I know you carry your icons with you, but you are an icon in the hobby. And so it's really cool to have you on this channel.
Well, thank you so
Thank you
much.
for sharing that. We'll place the website also in the video description so people can go ahead and click on that. But thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for visiting the booth. And enjoy the rest of the Boston show.
I intend to. Thank you so much for having me.
Terrific. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
last one. We were looking for this. We were like, where'd it go?
Get ready to say happy birthday! Woo! Happy
I'm Liz Reeves. I am a documentary filmmaker, and I got interested in this because I have a friend who is one of the art directors for the U.S. Postal Service for their postage stamps, and I just started learning about stamp design, and it's so beautiful and fascinating, and it just got deeper and deeper, and my film partner that I work with and I decided we wanted to make a film about postage stamps.
That's fabulous. Now, you brought something. What exactly is this?
It's a coconut. It's a small one. It had a lot more hair when I bought it. It was a hairy coconut. And, we had read that you could send things through the mail, objects like flip-flops and I don't know what else, other things. And so we wanted to try it. And so I took this to the post office. This is before I had the hair all off a bit. And the woman at the post office told me I could not mail it. And I had done my research. So I said, well, no, I can mail this. I had a little back and forth with her, and she turned to a colleague and asked, and he said, well, I don't know. And she said, well, I don't think the stickers are going to stay on that. So I took it home, and I got out the sandpaper, and I shaved all the hair off, and I made it so that the mailing label would stay on it and the postage label, and I took it back. And indeed, they were willing. They still weren't sure it was going to work. But they said if I was willing to risk the $10.50 that it has to send it, that was my deal. So we sent it, and it came. And it didn't get a little cracked, so it doesn't have any coconut milk in it. But apparently this coconut through the mail thing was something that the state of Hawaii started for tourism a number of years ago. And so, we had read about that, and we just wanted to see if it really worked.
And so it works. But we've learned a few things along the way here, right? Because I assumed that you could just either put a label on a coconut and throw it in, by the way they describe it. But it's clearly not the case. There are a few steps.
There are a few steps, for sure. And the trick was really, how is this stuff all going to stick to a hairy coconut? Now, I don't know enough about coconuts to know if they're all hairy. I guess you can send a bowling ball, but that would be so heavy. If this was $10, I can't imagine.
We've had flip-flops delivered to us in the mail. Never had a coconut delivered.
Oh, no, I feel bad.
No,
Maybe
so...
I'll have to send you.
You're right. I think everybody needs to get a coconut in the mail at some point. Well, thank you for sharing. Now, tell me a bit about your project.
It's called The Tiny But Mighty Postage Stamp. It's a feature-length documentary in progress that will be about the power of the U.S. postage stamps in our country and our culture. And so we're looking at it kind of from a three-pronged approach. Stamps as art, as expressive elements that we can share with one another that send these expressive messages. Then we're looking at stamps as a record of our history as a nation, and then also stamps as a symbol of what we value as a country. So what we put on stamps matters, and how do we decide what goes on a stamp? And we're really going to be talking to everything from the seasoned philatelist to just the layman, because we don't use stamps as much as we used to. And there is a possibility that they'll go away, that, maybe we'll just go to a barcode. But we think that would really be a shame, because there is really a lot there with a postage stamp. There's a lot to behold.
Wow. I'm looking forward to that. And you're at the right place to explore postage stamps, learn more about them here at the Boston World Stamp Show. Appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by the booth, the Stamp Studio. And I look forward to seeing some progress on the documentary.
Thanks.
So what you found is the missing number 75 of the rare rolling jennies. So here we go. Congratulations. You're an owner of one of the 100 rolling jennies, and that's yours to keep. Congrats. Now there's only 2 missing in the world. Well done.
I am a postcrosser, and that's how I came to appreciate stamps.
I'm Esther Hargittai. I'm based in Zurich, Switzerland. So I brought some examples of stamps that Swiss Post has released in the past few years. Let's start with this maxi card. So Swiss Post has a series on Swiss inventions. And you'll note that in the middle here is a piece of Velcro. It's an actual piece of Velcro. The stamp itself is this size, and the rest is the maxi card. It was great to see this card because I didn't know the Velcro's connection to Switzerland. So it was a wonderful learning opportunity. And this has been the case with different inventions that they've showcased over the years.
I mean, I didn't know, but I bet many of my viewers didn't know. And it's interesting that when you have a stamp like this, that is, some may say it's gimmicky, some may say, it's on the fun side of philately. What it does do is it educates everyone, because now I'm very likely to know that answer moving forward because of my connection and my love of stamps and knowing that Switzerland has a Velcro stamp.
Yeah, I think it's a wonderful way to educate the public, both, frankly, the domestic public about inventions from Switzerland, because I live in Switzerland and I didn't know this, and also the international public.
That's a fun one to have. So what else you got?
So I have 2 stamps from this series about Swiss Post's connection to art. One is a canvas stamp, and the other is to showcase concrete. And the idea of these stamps is that, well, canvas is what's used with a lot of art, paintings, and it's blank. And this is on purpose. The idea behind it is that either the sender can draw or paint something on the canvas, or the recipient, if they get a blank, they can play with it and draw something.
Have you done that yet? Have you drawn?
I have absolutely drawn
really
on these canvases. And so do my friends in Switzerland who use this stamp. It's a wonderful way to get creative. And so if you're sending a birthday postcard, for example, you can say happy birthday, or you can put the person's name and happy birthday on the stamp, which is great.
Oh, that's really neat.
Then the other one showcases concrete. And the idea behind this is that there was a connection of art in the mid-20th century in Swiss art with concrete and the importance of concrete. It's generally helpful to know that the Swiss Post, in fact, supports the arts and has art connections. And so it's a wonderful way to showcase this all together.
Very cool. So it feels like concrete. Is that what it is?
It does, yes. So when you feel it, it has that rough texture to it.
Ah.
Exactly.
Okay.
I really like this stamp as well for its special texture because it feels like bandages. So,
okay.
And that was released by Swiss Post in 2021 in honor of the 50th anniversary of Doctors Without Borders.
Oh, that's neat.
So that's a very nice collaboration.
That's very cool.
So while we're at the textures, I'm going to look at this one. So this came out in 2025 in honor of the Swiss Wrestling and Alpine Festival.
Ooh.
And I will
sport
an associated hat with that. And so the fun part of this stamp is that not only does the design show shirt design that the Swiss wrestlers of this Alpine Festival wear, but again is textured the same way. And this shirt is really good for this particular activity because it is, on the one hand, very rugged to hold up to the wrestling that happens, but also soft on the skin. And they replicated that on the stamp. So that's wonderful.
Ah, okay. And that again is a texture, so you feel it.
Absolute texture. It feels the same way as my hat. So another one I want to show that also has a special texture. It's the rubber ducky one.
Oh, now this must be a favorite.
Very, very, very liked stamp. In fact, it was voted as the favorite stamp the year it came out.
It's the first thing that we all saw here. We went, oh, there's a rubber ducky. So I can imagine.
People just love the rubber ducky. I will say that one unfortunate part of the rubber ducky stamp is that it hasn't held up super well when put on paper. So I don't know how much they tested it, but when you put it on a piece of paper, the sides kind of come up a little bit. So you really have to press it hard for it to stay on there.
Got it.
We have one sports stamp, and this came out in 2025, honoring the Women's Euro Soccer Cup. And what you can do is you can actually remove the soccer ball. It's a little sticker, so it's a sticky sticker type of stamp, and place it anywhere on the postcard or envelope. So you could, before you send it, I've done that.
I would,
take
yeah.
it off and put it somewhere else on the.
So it could be missing the goal. It could be.
It could be that if you place it somewhere else, is the ball coming towards the goalie and they're diving to protect it from the net.
Or they deflected
for example,
it.
Or they deflected it. But if the sender doesn't take it off, the receiver could remove the soccer ball. This stamp, I think, is very special because it's beautifully cut, laser cut, so that part of the background is whatever is under it. So it's the fleur de vie, flower of life. And usually I would use it in a way that I would color the paper, the postcard, the envelope that's under it. So turquoise red I've done, and that's a really nice contrast to the grayish, silverish color that it has, and it'll then become, that color becomes part of the pattern.
You clearly enjoy stamps that have a little character to them that go beyond the imagery by the looks of it, right?
Yes.
Do you think that's what postal services should look more into, this kind of interactive stamp that brings a little more energy?
I think it's wonderful when postal services add a little extra something to stamps. Some of these are interactive between the sender and receiver in that you could add art, whether it's the sender or the receiver. You could add color under the flower of life. You could remove the soccer ball. And even the texture ones are just so fun. So I think it would be amazing if more postal services got creative in that way.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, Esther. And I'm sure many of my viewers will be now hunting down these various stamps because they're quite awesome. Can you just tell me a little bit about post-crossing, please?
Yes, so post-crossing is sending postcards, receiving postcards, and there's a forum where you can do more things such as exchanging stamps. And so that's also something I do there. My username is TurtleFan, and I am quite active on that forum too.
Thank you so much for sharing these incredibly fun stamps, and enjoy the rest of Boston.
Thank you, you too.